Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Dunlop. I'm the husband of Belen Dunlop, who is a resident here at Cedar Lodge. Our story goes back to about 3 years ago, where Belen was having multiple surgeries for broken hips and concussion. And at that time, I was her full-time carer at home. When she had her second hip operation at Frimley Park Hospital, we made the sort of sad decision that it was no longer tenable to keep Belen at home because she required 24-hour care. And as it was, I was her sole carer, so it was a huge burden, and my children ganged up on me and said, "Dad, you can't carry on like this. I know you want to do your best for Belen, but at the end of the day, it's where Belen will feel safe." So me and my eldest daughter Emma went round several care homes in the Surrey area, well, particularly Camberley, because we live in Camberley. And we came to Cedar Lodge. We met Anita, who was very welcoming and very helpful with our endless questions. And she was such a lovely person and invited us back a second time. And sort of looking back on our sort of selection criteria as to why we chose Cedar Lodge, I think it was really the key criteria for us was the quality of care. And that came across quite clearly from Anita saying that, it's very tailored to each individual's. Later on, we actually made that ultimate decision to come here because Belen needed 24-hour care. And she came here in May 2023. Naturally, there was a settling in period because she came straight from hospital to here. She had to spend 4 weeks in hospital before coming here from her second hip operation. But thereafter, she settled in well. And over the last sort of 18 months or so, I've noticed various things that go on here. I think the key decision we made was about the quality of care, and that was uppermost in our mind. One has seen and heard so many other care homes owned by private equity who all they boast about is their luxury items and fine dining and all the bells and whistles, but our paramount concern was Belen, being Spanish, needs a lot of care and attention, that this was amply and it exceeded our expectations here at Cedar Lodge. The other thing we noticed is the balance of staff. What at least I noticed was you've got some excellent Filipino nurses with a high ratio of nurses to residents. Equally so, the carers are from Nepal, and certainly from a sort of history point of view, it's well recognized that both nationals from Philippines and Nepal are considered the best carers you could possibly have. And that's been borne out. They always make a fuss of Belen. They always attend to her every need, and she's extremely well taken care of. The other thing that's very evident is Wendy and her activities team run a fantastic program of activities. There's activities in the morning, there's activities in the afternoon, and then there's obviously special visitors coming, and certain things that you notice, all the staff work together as a community. They don't need to be told what to do, they can anticipate each resident's needs. When they're in the lounge together, there's always a minimum of 2 of them watching out, in terms of what the residents might need. They create big events during the year. Christmas is a big thing here in terms of the way it's celebrated. Try to provide as much of a home environment as they can to make it special for them. So I think, in summing up, I would say that Cedar Lodge is an excellent care home. Blen and I have no complaints. I come in every day to see her, and I would certainly unhesitatingly recommend Cedar Lodge to anyone. I would say to any prospective client coming here, they must come and see for themselves the care home, and spend as much time with Nita and Felicia and the staff, just getting to know what goes on here, because it's a very anxious time when you're trying to make that initial decision as to which care home you should go. And I could almost say, well, come and spend a day here, and then you get a sense of what's going on, how the care is provided. But I would certainly highly recommend, without any sort of reservations, Cedar Lodge to anyone who's thinking about putting a loved one in a care home.